I'm not a grammar pedant, although I do wish my children were better at your and your. I still love them even when they get it wrong. But one thing that does grate on me a little bit, no, a lot actually, is when everyone says literally to describe almost anything that happens. So, I was down at the beach the other day and this seagull literally flew a few inches from my head. No, you don't need to say literally. Anyway, mini rant over. Although so many people use the word literally when it's not needed, the word is really crucial as how we start to understand Revelation. So here's the question. Do we take everything we read in Revelation literally? In fact, it's a question that's applicable to the Bible as a whole. Do we interpret the Bible literally? And the answer is, well, it depends on the type of literature. So, for example, there's a lot of poetry in the Bible, particularly in the Psalms, and poetic thought and expression are rarely literal. Psalm 139 verse 9, "If I rise on the wings of the dawn." Really? Literally? No, of course not. It's poetry. And we all know the thought that's being conveyed. So, we've got different genres or types of literature within the library of books that we call the Bible. Okay, so what's the book of Revelation? Well, it's a special type of literature which was quite common in ancient times, and it's called apocalyptical. It's where the end times are revealed or described, usually through larger than life visions and quite often in terms of a cosmic battle between good and evil. Now, the outlook's often very pessimistic in terms of this world, with evil seeming to get the upper hand. You see, the hope is there in the final deliverance and the new and better world to come. Now, you can see where the book of Revelation is going, can't you? In the Old Testament, you'll find some examples in the books of Daniel and Ezekiel. And Revelation? Well, almost all of it is apocalyptical, which means we're going to meet some pretty weird stuff. But although we may not read a lot of apocalyptic literature, we do come across similar things when it comes to certain types of films. We have science fiction, we have fantasy, in all of which strange things happen, and we accept them because we understand the genre. You can have flying superheroes in these films and fantastic creatures. You can move from one dimension of time to another. We also have films after nuclear devastation, or more commonly now after climate catastrophe. And we'll see similar things in Revelation, a mixture of the real and the surreal. And so, do we take it literally? Well, my answer is going to be most often, no we don't. Almost always what we see represents something, but the question is what? Now, sometimes the writer John, or indeed an angel, would tell us what it means, and we can say a big thank you, John or angel, as we don't have to speculate. But often, it's not totally clear. Well, to us anyway, 20 centuries on. And that's why Revelation has been interpreted in so many ways over the centuries, as it's easy to read into the book almost anything you want to. We're going to meet the four horsemen of the apocalypse. This is where they in fact originate. A dragon, various fantastic beasts, loads of angels, and what appear to be cataclysmic environmental and cosmic events. And we're going to have to try to make some sense of all that. There'll be scenes too that reflect stuff from the Old Testament, so where does all that fit in? And we have descriptions at various times of, let's just call it heaven for now. And well, how on earth do you really describe heaven? Again, with some very interesting pictures and images. The whole purpose of apocalyptical literature is to deal with the big and cosmic battles between good and evil, and hopefully to see how evil is defeated. And again, it sounds very much like some of the films we watch, where often everything is building to the big climax or final battle or battles, where hopefully the wrongs and injustices and evil that has been outworked are defeated and a new and better order is established. So that's enough scene sitting. Next bite, we start at chapter 1.